gone through a lot and it's come out the other side. And it's adventures like that. If it hadn't been four-wheel drive, I might not have taken the path less followed, as it were. But just look at it. It's showing its adventure all over it. Well folks, today's back road adventure takes us from Las Vegas to the Hoover Dam and eventually on to Grand Canyon. I've never done this journey before. We've got a couple of days in Vegas before we got to depart again. It's a long way, We had to wind our clocks back by 8 hours from UK time. Today I'm in a little Mazda CX-50 Auto Skyactiv, and it's a four-wheel drive version as well. Now, I always judge a car simply by the ease at which you can get into it and get familiar. With one exception, I had to get into the infotainment system and deactivate the lane keep assist, which I absolutely hate in any car. It does have adaptive cruise, which is brilliant for these kind of highway situations. It's about 170 miles each way. We're kind of 9:20 in the morning now, and it's already 90 degrees in the Fahrenheit scale, and some beautiful, beautiful surroundings. You can start to see the hills. Obviously, the Hoover Dam up in the hills. I'm going to try and find the skywalk now. I may be an airline pilot, but I'm also quite apprehensive of heights. I wouldn't say it's a fear of heights. I'd just rather not be suspended in midair with hundreds of feet beneath me. Now, you could argue an airplane does exactly that, but at the end of the day, it's got a solid floor. What I can't see through my feet won't hurt me. So I'll see you up at the Hoover Dam then. See what it's all about. Big skies, big roads, big sunshine. Well, I didn't really expect to be able to drive across it. Quick security check and down the road, and off we went. We're just at a little overlook point here, and what a fantastic piece of engineering it is. Obviously, hydro, lots of electricity lines around here as well, supplying Lord knows how many casinos just down the valley or down the road. But well worth a little stop. I'm going to get back into the air conditioning. Still not convinced whether I'll do the skywalk or not. I'll talk myself maybe into it on the way, but I shall enjoy the drive across to the Grand Canyon, and I'll see you there. So Grand Canyon West, what a waste of time that was. $73 to get in, general admission, plus a walk on the skywalk. If I was on the fence before, I'm certainly off it now, and that's just way the difference. I'm not giving them that sort of money. Can you imagine a family of four trying to come here? And what really sealed the deal is there's no cameras. They won't let you bring a phone. They won't let you have anything. And then they charge you a further $50 to have 5 photographs or whatever it is down the line. So you know what, the money grabbing, it stops here. However, I just thought I'd see what was around here, and just looking at the map, there was a little place called Peach Springs. Now, you might not know this, but the Disney Cars movie, the original Cars, was presumably based on a place called Peach Springs on Route 66. So it's 34 miles away, but via a circuitous route, 34 by crow and an hour and 45 by car. So we have a plan. It's no longer Grand Canyon, it is Route 66. So let's get down the road. I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen the Disney Cars movie 100 times, watching it with my kids when they were younger. And Mr. the King, the Super Bird, Richard Petty, he voiced it, and his wife voiced his wife there as well. That was lovely. So let's get down the road. It's no longer a Grand Canyon tour. It's a Route 66. So lo and behold, a little sign that just said Peach Springs. So it looks like we're going as the crow flies. Let's see. It's a bit of an adventure. We're off-roading, I suppose. It's not really. It's just a gravel trail. So, hey, open your heart to new opportunities. Let's see how this one pans out. It was a little dusty track until about 3 or 4 minutes ago. It's still called the Buck and Doe Road according to the sat nav here, but at least it's not being bone shaken. It has these kind of washboard roads, and the suspension was getting a bit of a pounding. Now I've no spare wheel. I might have a tire inflator and some foam is all you get in these, but if a tire comes off the rim, I was really worried. The other thing that I didn't do was tell anybody where I was, and I still don't have any mobile phone signal. But we're seeing Pioneer water tanks, that's a good sign. We've got proper road signs now, and the car's shaking a little bit less, so thank God for that. It looks like we're heading towards civilization rather than away from it. So there's loads of things going through my head there. Now maybe I was right to be apprehensive. I kind of set myself a target, a sort of a go-no-go thing of half a tank. Had I not started to see things improving whilst I hit half a tank of fuel, I was just going to turn around and head back. So by the looks of things now, we'll press on, we'll be careful. I'm still in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it's vast. Big skies, big weather, big scorpions. Oh dear. Who builds roads this good in the middle of nowhere? Look at that. Straight line all the way through. So we're still on the Buck and Doe Road. I've been on this blasted thing, it looks like forever. It's about an hour and 3/4 at the minute. There was a time that I thought we just weren't going to make it. I was going to have to turn around and go back. But here we are. Civilization is hopefully down the road. My God, is this a big country? I had visions of being stuck out here tonight if we'd got a puncher or something like that. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, but I thought I'd just do a little piece to camera whilst I got the chance. Nerve-wracking, I have to say, being out in the middle of nowhere where you just don't know there is no one around. There's no one to call on for help. Would I do it again? I probably would, to be honest, but I'd be a bit less rash. Still got half a tank of fuel in the car. That's 190 miles. Hopefully that'll get me somewhere. And there it is. Route 66 Arizona, Peach Springs, Seligman and Kingman off to the right. Let's go left. Peach Springs, eh? Peach Springs was a bit of a disappointment. We just drove through it. It was kind of nondescript. And again, it describes exactly what it did in Disney Cars. It was kind of the town that time forgot when the road diverted away and the traffic ended. So today has been a kind of ups and downs, disappointments, off-roading, apprehension, stupidity, I suppose. Had I burst a tyre and didn't have a repair kit or an inflator miles from anywhere, that would have been stupid. I didn't tell anyone where I was going, that was even more stupid. And at the end of the day, it's an unknown car, so, you know, it's a hard car, it's the fastest car in the West, as they say. Transit van being the second most fastest. But still, the scenery and the little bonds that I've got with the Mazda CX-50. What a great little car. You know what? It did everything I asked of it and more. I can't even see out the back window because the dust is on it. Would I do it again? Certainly I would. But big lesson to be learned that, you know what, shortcuts aren't necessarily shortcuts. Good old-fashioned maps are a great thing. Remember those days when you got the map out, the AA Road Atlas, and plotted your route down through Europe to wherever you were going? Those were the days without mobile phones. So I'm babbling. If you've got this far, you are one of the few that actually keep me going. But it really helps, and I enjoy the comments. It's a two-way process, this channel. Feel free to comment, even if it is to say hello, and I'll catch you again for the next one. Thanks very much. All the best now. Bye-bye.